What up, gang? This video is extremely controversial. It's going to bend your smart music artist or producer mind, and it's gonna come out reshaped with an epiphany, all right? An epiphany of number one, how to make money if you repeat the exact process that I'm about to show you. It's crazy. Number two, I'm gonna show you in detail how industry people are using a brand new, proven to work, outside of the box business strategy to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not kidding, I'll break it down. You're gonna go, wait, what? This is crazy. Number three, you'll also learn that you can use this exact step-by-step process for your own music later to make lump sums of money just like major artists are doing right now, okay? Let's break it down. So not only is this something that's gonna put you ahead of the curve, think about it like that, okay? It's gonna give you that edge, but it's also gonna be something that you're gonna look super smart for sharing with people when you tell them that this exists, because it's crazy. But it's also gonna make you money as well as help you gain music fans in big bursts of thousands of people. And if you're a producer, it's gonna do some big moves for you. So let's talk about this, right? There's this new business model that's been happening for about the last 8 months, where artists are legally able to get their hands on real, legal, signed contracts, features from major artists, not AI. This is real, this video proof, everything, it's legitimate, okay? So first in this video, I'm gonna break down how these completely and contractually legal major artist features are attained, bundled into insane undeniable deals, and then are sold to artists and producers like you and me. All right, I'm gonna explain to you. Is it good, is it bad? Let's talk about it, okay? Then towards the end of this video, I'm also gonna give you a big list of artist features that you're actually legally able to attain, ones that are available, all right? Names that you're like, well, how is this possible? But it's real. And we're talking about when you break $50 for a feature.
That's all.
It seems like it's crazy, but let me break it down for you. You're gonna see why this is a business model. You already know this is a new age of the music business. Everything's changed right now. And because of that, you're gonna be able to advance your career and your cash as soon as you listen to what I'm about to explain. Let's go through step by step. So let's talk about how this works and how they make the money. Step one. All right, a person gets in contact with a major artist that they believe that artists like you would like to have a feature from. Okay, typically these artists are so big that most artists can't actually get into contact with them because the management won't take artists that are too small seriously, right? Because there's too many people like, yeah, I want to buy Verse so much, and then they ignore those people, right? They don't look legitimate. So you have to be talking big bucks to be getting verses and features from artists like Rick Ross and Drake and Future and stuff like that, and I'll give you that list in a minute, okay? But this is how this works. So what happens is these people contact the major artist managers with $20,000 cash in hand, upwards of $60,000, and sometimes more to even open negotiations. Depends on how big the artist is, like imagine. Now obviously that's an amount of money that you probably wouldn't have, and even if you had it, you wouldn't invest it into just an artist feature, right? But that's why this business model is so smart. It creates such a huge opportunity. Then step two, all right? After the person with the money is in contact with the major artist and has their attention, you start negotiating what they want. And what they want is a 16-bar verse from the artist, maybe a catchy hook. But when they buy it, here's the thing. They want to legally be able to license that verse and feature to artists and producers, okay? Negotiating deals like this could be weeks of going back and forth and agreeing to the terms, right? Now, check this out, okay? Typically, the deal ends up contractually stating a few different key areas, typically including, number one, there will only be allowed to be a limited number of licenses that are allowed to be sold. So this limits it, it can't become oversaturated. Number two, the time window is very limited. Contracts usually state a specific time frame in which whoever's buying it is allowed to sell them, which is why usually, if you've ever seen these before, I don't know if you've seen them, there hasn't been too many, they're usually only available for a few weeks at a time, and that's why. And then number three, which is other legal things like how it will be promoted, how it can be promoted. Sometimes images have to be approved and other stuff from the initial buyer of the feature, as well as stuff that the artist is supposed to do, right? Like things that the artist has to do is stuff like make a video, shouting it out, proving that it's real, and potentially, depending on how much money they pay, promoting it on their social media. It only has to be up for 3 days. They can remove it afterwards. It's all got to be in the contract. So let's talk about this now. How does the person who buys the feature make the money on it? And this is the key thing. This is so interesting. So step three, let's talk about how this makes so much money. After the deals are made, the contracts are signed. I feel good. I feel cool saying contract in this. But the person who purchased the feature can now legally sell it how they see fit, as long as they follow the contract. So if they buy the verse, let's say they buy it for $20,000 and they're legally allowed to sell 500 licenses for $97. Let's do some math. $97 times 500 sold is $48,500.
Bing bong.
So if you were to even include that they spent $5,000 in Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube ads to drive traffic to the deal, they only spent $25,000 and they profited about $25,000, doubling their money, okay? Smart. This is SmartRap.
Yes, sir.
Now, after really deep diving into this and figuring out how this works, I realized this is a huge opportunity for artists. I have to introduce this. I have to talk about this on SmartRapper. I have to help people understand why this is valuable. Because I help artists. This is what I do. Artists with over 1 billion streams like Lil Nas X, 24K Gold, and I've been thanked by these artists, let alone the people that walk up between the street, blah, blah, blah. I'm not bragging. I'm just letting you know I do this.
Hey, I watch this man every day. His tips work on God. I love you, man. You help a lot of people out here, bro.
This is what I do, okay? So if you're wondering why this is valuable, because the light hasn't gone off or got so hot above your head that it exploded, because this is crazy, here's why these deals are a huge opportunity and benefit to artists like us, okay? So one of my music videos just hit 21 million views.
Oh my God.
Now imagine if that song had a major artist on it, it would probably be closer to 50 million, purely just from having the feature. Because some of the artists that you can get features from right now, as I'm saying this, is Rick Ross, Boosie, Shoreline Mafia, Conway, Benny the Butcher, Dizzy Wright, Snoop Dogg, Stunner for Vegas, and I'm not actually allowed to say, but there's a lot of huge artists that are going to be in next batches of getting real features from these artists, okay? And what these features do for any artist is make the artist look like they're really in the game by having that feature. Depending on the feature, you pretty much instantly get street credibility and can brag that you have a song with someone like Snoop or Rick Ross. You tell somebody that, then you have proof that it's real, license, contract, everything. Either way, ostensibly or to all outward appearances, this is a cosign. This means you can start absorbing this artist's fan base and have an edge over every other artist out there promoting music. And what does that mean? That means, this is why it's so smart, is career momentum that you couldn't and haven't been able to seem to get from everything else that you tried. Because how much stuff have you tried? Nothing's working.
This is the worst.
That's why this is such a good play to do before it gets out of hand. Right now it's working, okay? But here's the thing is, imagine having a smart marketing plan and a strategy behind having your best songs with these artists featured on them. People seeing it on your Spotify. You'll be able to use it, all kinds of things. Anyway, below this video and in the top comments, I'm gonna put links to the current licensable artist features, as well as the early access waitlist that you can get on that exist. As new ones come about, I'll update these links to redirect so that they'll always work for you when you click them, okay? Now, let's also be clear, I don't ever promote anybody else's stuff, ever. Okay, so these are people that I trust. And then I thought about this on a little bit of a deeper level. This is almost like an artist being given a loan from a bank or a label of $20,000 or more to just outright buy a verse from an artist, okay, to buy a feature. But since the artist couldn't afford the $20,000, someone else already did all this work for you.
Thank you.
You get to avoid the headaches, the back and forth with lawyers. Oh, not lawyer fees. Should have mentioned that too, because you have to pay, because they're still doing the contracts, right? Think about that. You get to have your hands on a major artist feature to instantly look more credible as an artist with them on your song. Wow. Now let's clarify this. The only person that's gonna know you got it from this deal, this bundle, the fact that you can get your hands on it is what's crazy. And only people are gonna know are you and maybe the other couple hundred artists who licensed it. And here's the thing, is you can put that feature on any beat that you want, and that makes that feature and the song completely different. It's gonna have a different hook, different beat, everything, okay? This is gonna dwindle down to like maybe 50 people, probably less, and then those 50 people have to get in front of the exact same person that you promoted to numerous times before they even hear the verse and realize it's similar, if they even realize it, because you can put the verse on a different beat and song altogether, right? So the thought of, oh, other people are gonna know, no, they're not, and even if they are, they're one of 10,000 different people. Big deal, big deal. Okay, have you heard every Rick Ross, Snoop Dogg, Boosie, Shoreline Mafia verse that's been released that they put out?
No.
Including the features they put out? My guess is gonna be no to all of the above. And even if you heard a song right now with some of those verses on it, you probably wouldn't even recognize it. I'm just throwing that out there, right? And nobody in your hometown's gonna know. All they're gonna know is that you legally have documents proving this is real. And if anybody questions it, all you have to do is tell them, well, if it wasn't real, it would have been taken down from all the streaming platforms, because major labels don't play around with stuff like that. Major labels are making Spotify and other streaming platforms ban any music that's not authorized directly from them, but you have it up, it stays up, and you legally are allowed to. And don't forget about how much money you'll be making when people are clicking these songs. They'll be like, what, they have a song with what? They're gonna click, you're getting paid too, all right? Yet, the thing is, no matter what they say, your song's still up, it's climbing the streams, with the feature next to your name making you look like you're really inside the music industry doing the thing. All right, people take you so much more seriously. Anyway, I wanted to provide the information with how this stuff works, how they make money from it, as well as the benefits to you, so you understand the whole business model. I'm not just trying to sell you something. I'm showing you how this opportunity works and how it helps you as well as the producers, okay? Now, again, all the links you're gonna need are gonna be in the top comment and in the description. Like I said, I'm gonna update these as different deals become available. Right now, you can join early access lists for the ones that exist, and then also for features that are going to become available. Again, this is not for every artist, but if you feel like it's right for you, then those links are there for you, all right? Chances are you haven't tried something like this, and if everything else you're doing isn't working, why not give it a chance, all right? I'm Rob Level. This is Smart Rapper. Keep hustling, gang. Make these moves, stop procrastinating, and I'll see you at the top.